children were
It could have been worse.
Stephen McCraw, the head of the Texas State Police, historically known as the Texas Rangers. Abbott did not appoint him, he inherited him, but Abbott has the power to fire him at any moment. He has the power to fire Steve McCraw.
To the exit door, and door remains propped open.
Our
voluminous hair back without any side effects. This new technology that's highly recommended by dermatologists has gone viral lately. Percent of them experienced the benefits within 2 months. I noticed my hair loss too late, and I was about to give up. But look at my hair now. This stuff. Most people blame their genes for this, but the truth is over 80% of American men are with such a terrible scalp condition. No matter how expensive hair growth products you use, it will never be in such a perfect condition for hair growth. That's why 90% of Fortero users have, only for you who are watching this video right now, the YouTube limited edition coupon.
I think you may even be great. And I'm gonna push you until we find out.
Is that I've been getting a lot of emails from builders and also sales reps from other from builders, a buyer's agent, right? That represents the buyer. Okay. The selling agent, which is myself, will go to a new homes track, or right, you will get 3% of the purchase price of the home. It's crazy right here. So now they're giving agents a high co-op, not even 3%, 4%, just to bring over a buyer to get the deal done. And take a look at this. Buyer's incentives, 3% towards closing costs, 15. HOAs are $198 a month. Now, I did a full video tour, throws off their comps and also their balance. However, in the contract also states that with the lot premiums, it's negotiable. It tells you right there in the contract. One person may pay for the same lot, $40,000. Another one may pay $20,000.
Headlamp can do. This U.S. Army engineer is bringing military technology to the public. And he's destroying the $300 billion flashlight industry in the process. His invention is 20 times more powerful than a
I realized this could have been me.
Thanks to a recently expired patent for a new type of LED LIOB technology. And thanks to the long-lasting lithium-ion rechargeable battery.
The Democratic Party and their moves from here, because they are promising that they're going to move forward, and it looks like they're going to move a certain direction when it comes to the possibility of Democrats moving forward with an assault weapons ban versus the possibility of them moving forward closing the loopholes when it comes to domestic violence and those people owning firearms. It's regulating a type of weapon, and then they can still get other stuff. And they will, and they'll use it. Another one that you might want to think about is Parkland. It won't have the impact that people think it will. Bad people will still be able to do it because you're like this. So it would get through, whereas the other one probably won't. That seems like the better route, because then rather than just changing the incident, you're stopping it. Is that DV is drastically underreported, and the 53% is off of confirmed history. I don't think it'll stop any. It will just change them to something else. And you create that kind of barrier to catching a DV charge you might also stop that. I mean, not stop it completely, but you'll reduce it. It'll be to actually remove firearms from circulation. The route you have to go is shifting thought. And you try to put everything in context. It's the only thing that actually makes sense. If you're
Kit, since early 2020, just as the world turned upside down. So I wanted to make you this special video before it's gone again. And today, as part of this special inventory celebration event, we're not only bringing you a new...
Because tens of thousands of homes have now got the same advanced panels and Tesla Powerwalls without any of the cost. Some of the original solar homes paid $10,000 or $20,000 to get all this high-tech equipment. But now you don't need to.
Today is the NRA Convention, National Rifle Association in Houston, Texas. It is also Texas, the state, the site of the deadliest mass shooting in a school since Sandy Hook. Should not even happen. It's a vile event by an organization whose goal is just to sell guns. Their clients are the gun manufacturers. They are paid by gun manufacturers.
Essential.
Yeah. He posted, quote, "America needs real solutions and real leadership in this moment, not politicians and partisanship. That's why I will keep my longtime commitment to speak in Texas at the NRA convention and deliver an important address to America. The NRA is never going to have a solution to school shootings or shootings in general. The NRA wants more people to buy guns. One of the ways that you get people to buy more guns is to make them believe that it's really dangerous out there, or to actually allow it to be really dangerous out there. It's sort of today's solution is to buy more guns. And the idea that they are going to be an arbiter or a meeting point of any kind of actual solutions is absurd. It is expect him to do. We've talked often about the Mediterranean diet. The Mediterranean diet, one element is olive oil.
And a top doctor at Cleveland Clinic could change your life. When you can't breathe through your nose, your only option is to breathe through your mouth, which causes snoring, dry mouth, poor sleep, and other health problems. But thanks to this doctor's award-winning invention, you can finally start enjoying healthy nasal breathing in an instant.
And they're giving you all this energy. How could that be bad?
Look at this thing.
Yeah, this is some weird shit.
So the ultrasonic waves are causing these objects to levitate. So they're levitating in the ultrasonic waves.
Or could have made, back when they existed in the way they did in their original form.
And if you think about all of...
I don't know how. This is part of like
that was
Graham
something
Hancock
that
stuff. And
Eddie Griffin said outside the Comedy Store once, high as fuck, smoking cigarettes going,
I don't know
pyramids were made with sound.
Yeah, I believe
there's a frequency. I remember someone's talked about there's
at the bottom of, I think it's in Chichen Itza, and he makes some noise. What did he do? Did he yell?
I think you can make clap. You can make any noise, loud noise, that it comes back.
Fuck went wrong. Like, what happened?
Something happened there. What is it, the Dryas section?
Yeah, Younger Dryas impact
Dryas
theory.
And
Yeah.
nobody talks about that. Why don't we ever talk?
They could build this stuff 12,000 years ago. Like, how? How were they able to make these immense stone columns when we think that these people are supposed to be hunter-gatherers?
They're saying the last occupied was 1450.
That's what that makes
that's
sense.
what it's just giving me the answer for.
During the time that the Capitol was under attack, and Donald Trump tweeted out, quote, "Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution in the Capitol." They were looking at their smartphones going, holy cow. They got his tweet, and they started chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." Why don't we know? It was not a small thing. Somebody brought a pile of wood and bolts and screws and tools and fairly egregiously. And was a Southerner. I believe he was from Tennessee. I might be wrong. I'd have to go back and look. But for Tyrannus, right? Death to tyrants. Was John Wilkes Booth's cry as he assassinated Lincoln. And it did, for several years, put the United States government, the federal government, back into the hands, or at least the executive branch of it, back into the hands of a pro-slavery right-winger. Not convicted, but after his term in office, just like Trump, after his term in office expired, then Ulysses Grant became president, a Republican, and he said, okay, that's it. Let's re-expand the Supreme Court. They expanded it back up to 9, which is where it's been ever since, because there were 9 circuits. There are now 13 circuits. We should have 13 members of the Supreme Court, but in any case. So how is Trump wanting to assassinate Mike Pence, who was like the last person trying to hold the Republic together from being torn apart by Trump and his friend Putin? How is this different? Other than the fact that Trump wasn't able to do it. He tried. He tried really hard. Like I said, he tweeted. 10 minutes after they breached the Capitol, he gave them their orders. He tweeted, Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution.
The purpose of my testimony is to compare the ethical standards in the judicial branch with the ethical standards of the executive branch and the legislative branch.